Oi, no more messing about, love. It's time for the ruthless gatekeeper to make his way onto the internet, innit? He's gonna be talking his mad guff about Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols. Okay, there's no way I can keep that up. Hello, I'm gonna talk about Johnny Rotten today because Johnny Rotten is furious with his former band, the Sex Pistols, and I gotta talk about his intense emotions today. But before I do, hey, hi, hello, my name is Dan Frampton and welcome to the little YouTube channel that I got going here on youtube.com. If you like and subscribe, then you're in my good graces and that's a good place to be. But if you comment within the first 3 hours, you're gonna be in what I call the 3-hour gang. And to be honest, that is the best gang to be in. Yeah, there's a little bit of an intense energy going on today, and that's just because I'm feeling a little bit intense. I didn't secure the autofocus on my camera, so it might go in and out the more passionate I get in this video, okay? But what am I so passionate about today? It's always one thing or the next thing. He's talking about Post Malone one day, Nirvana the next day. What could even be happening today that is so crazy? And today is all about Johnny Rotten of what some people would call the very first punk rock band, the Sex Pistols, him being mad at the Sex Pistols. If for whatever reason you don't know who the Sex Pistols are and you're on this channel, I have no idea who you are as an individual, but they're basically the preeminent punk band out of London, England, okay? And as important as they are to punk rock history, my new comic book is 3 million times as important, okay? So go down there into the link into the description, Pit Pros, read it with your eyes, it's right here right now. This is what Johnny Rotten looked like when he hit the scene all the way back in the 70s, okay? He had this red hair, all spikes all over the place, safety pins, crazy t-shirts, just like a wild, crazy punk rock guy, right? Well, he's not that anymore. Now, he's the kind of guy that gets fat, smokes cigarettes on windowsills wearing MAGA shirts. This is the kind of guy Johnny Rotten is today. And not only is he this Make America Great, smoking cigarettes as he gets fat by the window kind of guy, he's also Piers Morgan's best friend. Look at all these Piers Morgan clips. There's no shortage of Piers Morgan clips of them just chummy up there on the internet. John Lydon, as he's called now, is not the Johnny Rotten of the yesteryear, okay? He's not the kind of guy to be screaming about anarchy in the UK. Far from it, actually. And recently it was announced that that former band that he fronted, the Sex Pistols, is going on tour in the year 2025 with Frank Carter doing the singing business. And this is what got Johnny Rotten all riled up under the collar, okay? So let's head on over to Loudwire for some quotes that have been gathered by Corey Irwin. Thank you, Corey Irwin. This is what John Lydon thinks of the Sex Pistols reunion tour with the new singer, Frank Castle. Quote, "When I first heard the Sex Pistols were touring this year without me, it pissed me right off. It annoyed me. I just thought they're absolutely going to kill what was good with the Sex Pistols by eliminating the point of the purpose at all." He went on to say, "They're trying to trivialize this whole show and get away with karaoke, but for long term, I think you'll see that this has no value at all, doesn't it? I've never sold me soul to make a dollar. It's the Catholic in me. That guilt, I don't want to trip. I wrote the bloody songs, didn't I? I gave them the image. I was the frontman. I am the voice, what made the whole world sing. And now you're going out as if they did before with Billy Idol. It's just karaoke, isn't it?" And then heading over to Brooklyn Vegan for another quote. "It's almost malicious, isn't it? It's karaoke. It's all it'll ever be, bloody hell. The Three Stooges in that band had how many years to write new songs? That's what I like to hear." And then Johnny Rotten was asked if he saw the new singer, to which he replied, "No, but Mr. Carter has to follow a bit of artist's footsteps, don't he? Poor Billy. I saw some clips on YouTube. He's gasping for air. He couldn't sing my songs. No feelings is the great separator." No feelings is the great separator, he says. So we got footage here of the new singer, not Billy Idol, singing No Feelings to see if he really can carry that tune that was so brilliantly laid down by Johnny Rotten all those years ago. Frank Carter with the Sex Pistols. No Feelings. Roll it. Okay, that's pretty good. That's all we need to hear. It seems like that this guy can actually sing these songs. It seems like he does actually have the wind in his lungs to carry this performance through. And it actually kind of sounds pretty good, kind of like Johnny Rotten, I'm not gonna lie to you. But there is no way, no matter how well that this guy performs this song, is he ever gonna get the respect of Johnny Rotten. Johnny Rotten has long since given up any and all respect that he had for that band in the first place, which is very little. Do you remember that they're basically like a manufactured boy group from the 70s? Malcolm McLaren? Does that name ring a bell? Yeah, he just put this band together. They couldn't play, they just looked the part. So he was like, okay, you guys are gonna be this fashion band. Yeah, they came out of a boutique, a fashion boutique that was trying to like rip off what was already going on in the streets. So I know it sounds like I have a lot of detest for the Sex Pistols, but I don't really. They did lay a lot of the groundwork which would go forward to create a lot of the stuff that came after it. I have to give them their flowers. But in the year 2025, come on man, they made one record. As important as it is, all of this behavior in 2025 by the band themselves and by Johnny Rotten outside of the band is absolutely embarrassing. It would be wild if they were all on the same page and still performing as the Sex Pistols off that one record, because that's kind of crazy. By any metric in any genre, basically 5 decades off of one record. Those are pretty strong songs that made an impact. But nah, all this drama just is so funny. I love spectating and watching it happen, especially knowing that this is the Johnny Rotten that's out there right now. Well, this picture is like 5 years old, but this is the one that lives rent-free in my head. I love this. And it's like a series of photographs. It tells such a wonderful story. Health is not important to this man. And the Piers Morgan circle jerks really are something else. But I gotta get out of here right now. See you later. Thank you so much. If you have a better British impression than I do, I want you to type it down there in the comments. Really appreciate that. Okay, goodbye. See you later and have a good one.